How's it going, movie TV fans? Welcome back to another review on the Film Nerd Review channel, and today we are continuing our current schedule of 2022 Oscar and BAFTA nominated movies by looking at a movie nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars and several other awards ceremonies. Licorice Pizza, Paul Thomas Anderson's coming-of-age comedy set in the 1970s, starring Elena Hamm and Cooper Hoffman, who is the son of Philip Seymour Hoffman. Now, this fucking movie is a really good movie, okay? It is a movie that has garnered some controversy surrounding, obviously, its depiction of our two main characters having the female being 25 years of age and the male being 15 years of age. I'm almost 100% certain that if it was the other way around, this movie would not be allowed to be made in any way, shape or form, and it would be considered pedophilia. But having it this way around makes it allowed to happen, and I actually think if you ignore that kind of thing, which I know there's a lot of controversy on it, it's a very, very wonderful movie. So wonderfully shot, the music is fantastic, both the score and songs used as well. I think the performances are class. I've always loved the 1970s look, but it's not always been. I always felt the 70s have been something weird because it's not quite 60s, but it's not quite reached the 80s yet. But in that regard, I still think Licorice Pizza is an absolutely phenomenal, fantastic fucking movie that in all regards just needs to, you know, it's a fantastic movie. Its story is phenomenally well told. Its cast is top tier. Its score and soundtrack is brilliant as well. Like I said, I think Cooper Hoffman gives the best performance out of the two of them, but it doesn't mean Elena Hamm isn't very good. She's fucking brilliant in this movie as well. They both are. I think even down to the shots and even down to the costumes are fantastic as well. I think obviously one of the big things is that Bradley Cooper's in this movie. He plays John Peters. He does it fucking phenomenally, and he, in my opinion, has been snubbed for best supporting actor for his role as John Peters in this movie. And I do love how as the movie goes on, the characters are, you can see their journey, their you know, their journey, their characterization, their journey from point A to point B, but all the hiccups along the road, their full characterization of it is done very, very well. And yeah, I just love the movie. I think it's a really, it's so well shot, it's so well edited. I think yeah, there's a lot of good actors in it as well that play 5-minute roles or so in the movie, which is cool. But it's really great to see how far these characters go throughout the entire movie and how their relationship is rocky and up and down. And Gary Valentine, aka Cooper Hoffman, whose character does do a lot of business stuff and how it basically becomes a business entrepreneur and stuff like that. And I've always thought that Cooper Hoffman was the better performer in this movie, but that doesn't mean Elena Hamm isn't very good. Like I said, I think she's really, really good in this movie as well. They both are. They both deserve to be Academy Award nominated, and considering this is Cooper Hoffman's first movie, I think he's going to go quite far in the world of acting, and I think so is Elena Hamm. There is so much great in this movie that it's really hard to say in one go, but it is a really movie that's worth a watch. I know, obviously, controversy around its topics and its depiction of its main characters, but in my humble opinion, I think if you put that aside, you have a brilliantly put together movie, brilliantly shot movie, brilliantly directed movie, and a movie which I saw twice in the cinema. And one time I took a journey with my friend all the way up to London to the Picture House in Stratford, the first time I've been to a Picture House cinema in the United Kingdom, and we witnessed it there in a really big screen that smells like a museum, but that's just the point, because at that time it was not listed as showing at our current Odeon, and we didn't want to miss the cinema, so we took a trip up to London and we saw it there. Now, I did say I see this movie twice, and that's because eventually, the following week, they announced that it would be showing at our local Odeon. So the first thing I did was like, well, fuck. But then again, we went and we saw it, and in actual fact, we bumped into our teacher there, who actually introduced us to this film in the first place. In one of the class lessons, he showed us the trailer. So it's kind of come full circle in that regard, which I quite like. Yeah, no, we first, like I said, we were first introduced to the trailer in class from my teacher, our teacher, me and my friend teacher, who showed us the trailer. And I'm like, this looks really quite good. I can't wait to see this. And as it went on, we got more excited to see the movie until we saw it twice and loved it both times. Because it is a phenomenal movie. It's worthy of its Oscar nomination, in my humble opinion. And I think in that regard, it is just a movie I recommend everyone give at least one watch, because it's so well shot, and like I said, cast and crew do fantastic jobs here. The score, the soundtrack, Johnny Greenwood on scoring once again. It's really been Johnny Greenwood's year this year, hasn't it? Because he scored Spencer, he scored this movie, and he scored the current frontrunner for both Best Original Score and Best Picture at most award shows, the 2021 film directed by Jane Champion, which we'll be covering on Sunday, The Power of the Dog, which is most likely going to win the awards, even though I think his work on Spencer is far better. Yeah, Licorice Pizza is a really fun movie, a really enjoyable movie, a movie that really has pizzazz in its shot types, its stylings, the way it moves its camera about. And in that regard, I think it's got this lovely 1970s glossy finish to it, and I just think the characters are brilliant. And something you notice is that our two main characters, Gary Valentine, played by Cooper Hoffman, and Elena Kane, played by Elena Hamm, are in every single scene in this entire movie, every single scene, which is why the scene with Bradley Cooper smashing the cars up was cut from the movie, because it didn't have either the two main characters in the movie, and as such the director didn't want it there. But I can understand that, as much as that scene looks fucking awesome. I hope it's on the Blu-ray, I put it on the DVD. But yeah, overall, Licorice Pizza is one of the most interesting Best Picture nominees, because it is the one that's surrounded around the most controversy. There's a lot of critics who did not like it because of its depiction of this relationship between a 25-year-old girl and a 15-year-old boy, even though in reality, well, that's how it is in the film, the actor Cooper Hoffman was 18 years of age during filming, whereas obviously Elena Hamm was in fact 25, which means he was over the age of consent. But in the film, it's depicted as him being, at least at a certain point in the movie, being under the age of consent. So therefore, it's seen as being a bit... But in my opinion, if you can brush that aside, you have a very well made movie that its two main characters are fantastically depicted in. Its supporting cast is incredible. Its score and soundtrack are top notch. Its shots and visuals are super high quality as well. And one that has a absolutely phenomenally fantastic story that you can really see the characters' full development throughout the entire thing, and that's what I love the most about the movie. And another thing I want to mention is the trailer for this movie is fucking gorgeous as well, that you'll see right now. It's a brilliantly well edited trailer with the song Life on Mars, which you are hearing over this at the moment. Well, it might be, yeah, it's Life on Mars, and then the score piece by your boy Jonathan Greenwoody. Take a look. yeah. It's undeniably one of the best movies I've seen so far this year. It's definitely one that would deserve winning the Best Picture at the Oscars if it did win it. And in that regard, do I think it's better than Belfast? No, I don't. Belfast is a very personal movie for me that I enjoy for those reasons. If you want to know, go watch that review. But in my opinion, Licorice Pizza was fantastic, and I highly recommend you give it a watch because it is one of the best movies of 2021. Thank you so much for watching my review of Licorice Pizza, Paul Thomas Anderson's latest movie. Don't forget to check out all the other reviews on the channel. Second channel stuff, I am starting a very cool movie video at the moment, a nostalgic PS2 games, and then we'll be doing a nostalgic DS and Wii games video as well, so stay tuned for those, where I talk about those Wii games and shit. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, have a wonderful day. Don't forget to check out all the other channels below, and yeah, thanks so much for watching. Again, music-wise, we have dropped the Elton Deluxe album now. The Towers EP is also out, as you'll see at the end of this video. And, 5 days time, we'll be announcing the next album. So stay tuned for that shit. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. And bye-bye for now.